In all my time living in a van, the wind is the worst. I've known it. I've hardly slept a wink. Right, I'm up. You see me. I've got no option. I'm just not getting any sleep whatsoever. I need to find somewhere more sheltered. I don't know if there's going to be somewhere, but I don't know, anywhere. There's people out there. I don't know what they're doing. Okay, so we're in the Asda car park. I've moved around a little bit. It's no better, really. I've been right up in corner, up against. I went up against the wall in corner down there, but it didn't make much difference. So I'm just going to chill for a bit here, have a coffee. I'm just shattered. I don't know whether to try and have a nap or something. Right, I've had a relaxing couple of hours in the back of the van, just chilling out, cups of tea, watched a bit of YouTube, and now I'm going to Staithes, and it's not raining, so happy days. Happy days in Staithes. Let's look at this. 1 hour, £2. 2 hours, £3. We'll get 2 hours. There's a car park as you come in, and that's just for residents only as well. I nearly got caught out with that. It's only a little sign. Now the title of this video is probably a little bit controversial. It's a bit triggering, and I don't mean it's a bit like that. I'm just trying to get a bit of attention. But it is a very contentious issue in Staithes, and we'll talk about that in a bit. But so what way do you want to go? Do you want to go that way? I don't want to go that way. I've done videos here before, but it's nice to come this time of year. So look how quiet it is. And do you know why that is? It's because they're all Airbnbs. So a lot of people have very strong opinions on that. And I'll talk about it, I'll explore it a little bit on this video. Look at that shot, we'll have to go in there in a bit on the way back up. It feels like everything's to let, whether it's through Airbnb or just privately. Is that a real dog? It is. You know, I saw when I was in Saltburn, there were a stuffed dog, and that looked like one there. Here's an interesting fact for you. Captain Cook lived in Staithes when he was a teenager, and that's the house he lived in. Let's see if this says something about it. The young James Cook received his first taste of the sea and ships in this harbour village, where he worked as an assistant to William Sanderson merchant for 18 months from 1745. So there you go, it says it above the door. Captain Cook's cottage. And it will have been a very different place then to what it is today, because if anywhere's changed, then it's Staithes. So Staithes gets its name from the Old English word, which I think it was pronounced steers, and that meant landing place, because indeed this was a landing place for the nearby Seaton Hall, which was a Norman hunting lodge which was built over 1,000 years ago. Sadly that sort of got left and it just ended up in ruins, but then some developer purchased the land, or what was left of it, and turned it into, you got it, holiday cottages. I'm not going to be down on all Airbnbs. It's a discussion that we need to have, and I'd be keen to know your opinions on it, because I don't know, I need to think about it as I walk around, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be, you know, level-headed about stuff. Oh God, a bauble's just blown up. Oh no, look, that. Oh, it's legging it, it's making a run for it. Bauble off that tree. And how many of you is there's left?
Not many. 2 boats going to come out here.
2 boats?
Yep.
Wow. You're going out today, are you?
No, we're just getting some gear out of the boat.
Right. I was talking to that chap there, and I said, are you going out to sea now? He went, no. And I thought, oh, that's a good point, because there's no tide, is there? He'd be struggling. At the turn of the 19th century, there was over 80 fishing boats, and now there's just a couple left. And it's all about tourism now. But this time of year, there ain't any tourism. Apart from me and another couple of people I saw. There's no open for us to, you know, we can't spend as money anywhere. I might go in a pub if that's open, or a cafe. We'll go and have a look anyway, it's a bit early yet. It's so true about the falling rocks. It's quite a dangerous place. A few years back, I remember being on a campsite just, I don't know, 20 minutes away from here, and some rocks had fallen, and unfortunately a young girl lost her life. It was absolutely shocking. You imagine, you know, you've come to the seaside for a day, only for something like that to happen. With the winds, I was tempted to go to Scarborough to get some footage, or Whitby actually, to get some footage of the waves crashing over the promenade. But I thought, I've got to do this methodically, this trip. So that had upset the mojo of the trip if I did that. But at least I could have got something positive from the wind, some dramatic footage. Now, as you know, I've just recently bought myself a new drone, and I've hardly used it because it's always bloody windy. And I certainly can't use it today, and this is a fantastic place for drone footage. But fortunately, in the old database, I've got some older footage, and I'll put some of that on. Add a bit of music, a bit of B-roll, you know, create a bit of an atmosphere. Looking at the horses, that's just reminded me of an old superstition, an old folklore story of Staithes, and that is the word, I'm not going to say it, P-I-G, because in ancient times, I don't know, a few hundred years ago, they were seen as bad luck. And there was a PIG farm there or up there. It was looking down on the village. And if you said the word PIG or you heard the word PIG in Staithes, that was supposed to be bad luck. And if a fisherman heard it or said it, they would not go fishing all day because it could cost their lives. Another thing, Staithes during the Victorian era was famous for jet mining. Jet is it's like a semi-precious stone, and it was formed by fossilized wood over millennia, I think. And it was used in mourning clothes, you know, like jewellery, not mourning. You know, like Victorians like to good, well, they probably like to good mourn as well. I mean, I do, but they like to good mourn. And they used to like wear black. Sometimes they'd wear it all year, and they'd have this mourning jewellery, and that'd be made out of jet. It's not as popular these days, is it, mourning? I mean, we still do it, but it's more in private, I think. We don't like make a big show about it, you know. Hey, it's turning out nice. And I can still see the wind farm, the wind turbines. I want to get blown off here. Look at them waves. It's brutal and scary, but it's beautiful. And there's no wonder that so many artists are drawn to this Yorkshire coast, especially Staithes. And look at the spray off the top of the waves. Oh, I'm loving this. I'm so lucky to get to do this as a job, to make YouTube videos, and it's my full-time job, and I really, really appreciate it, and I appreciate you guys watching and subscribing. But yeah, mega lucky. But speaking of doing this as my job, I just need to do a quick word from my sponsor. Only I could get excited at luggage, but I am genuinely excited because Level 8, who've sponsored this video, have contacted me. Now, you know they sponsor quite a few of my videos because I use all their luggage. I use this rucksack every single day. This is the best quality rucksack I've ever... I'm not just saying that, genuinely. I've got I have my laptop in it, I have all my cameras, I have my drones, everything. And the quality is... it's amazing. It's shamazing. That's one up from amazing. I've also got the, it's part of a two-piece set, this, and that sits on top of the suitcase. And that suitcase, let me tell you, it's been all around the world. It's been to good old Texas, it's been to Spain. Well, that's it. It's been to Texas and Spain, but I take it all over UK with me as well. And I love it because it's stylish. It's got the fancy packing cubes that you can use to organise all your underpants and everything. It's got almost silent wheels, so you're not like... people are not looking at you going through airport squeaking, and it's got TSA approved lock, so it's a really secure suitcase. Anyways, they want me to tell you that there's 15% off everything on their website for the rest of December, so you need to be quick. But if you're not that quick, don't worry, because I've still got my discount code, which is 10% off. That's on the screen there, look. 10% off. So yeah, 15% or 10%. Either way, win-win. You can't go wrong. I love Level 8, and I'd like to thank them for sponsoring this video. I need to get back, really. I've been stood here. I've just been stood there for about 20 minutes, just looking at stuff. You've got to learn to do that, haven't you? I'm always trying to remind myself just to stop, pause, and just look at things. The art of looking. And is there any place better than this? I mean, don't get me wrong, I like people watching, but there's no people, is there, to watch? I'll just have one little extra stand here and look out over the land. Look how it's clearing up now, that sky. And to say they forecast it to be cloudy and rainy It just shows, doesn't it, how it changes. But what I want to talk about mainly is the Airbnb situation. Now, I had a quick look online before I came. I looked on Airbnb, and I'm a hypocrite because I do like Airbnb. I use it quite a lot. I'm a tourist. It's really handy. But in this small village, there's 108 Airbnb cottages, and that's not including all the private ones and other bed and breakfasts and things like that. There's less than 20% of the people that live here are local, so that's why it's deserted. And my first reaction to that, bloody rich people, because you know what it is, it's all these, we always say southerners, these rich southerners and foreign investors buying properties and renting them out. The downside is it pushes prices up and people can't live here where their families have lived for generations, and then it leaves the places deserted like it is today. But then when I thought about it, there is upsides as well, because it brings tourists, doesn't it? And we live in a free world at the end of the day. Who are we to stop? I mean, there should be probably some sort of regulations, because you could just get some billionaire come and buy all the, they can buy towns, but then they used to do that in Victorian times, didn't they? I mean, they used to build towns in them days. I don't know, I'd love to know what you lot think about it. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Or is it just, it's just one of them things? You know, I've got to be honest, out in my video, what I filmed yesterday in Saltburn by the Sea, I was saying how much I loved it. Now, if I won lottery, would I buy a little seaside house there or somewhere like that? Of course I would. And then when I'm not there, would I rent it out? Probably. I've even, sort of, you know, when you fantasise, I mean, I'm a long way off all like this, but I fantasised about like buying a property in Spain, renting it out. And it's something I might do someday. So I'd be a hypocrite. Because look at all the problems they're having in Spain, all the locals hate it, don't they? What's the solution? This is the English equivalent. I need to go in here and have a look, see what they sell, see if I can buy something. Look at this, a little deli. Are you from Staithes?
No, I'm
You know, where, sorry?
just down the road.
Oh, it's not far then, is it?
Yeah, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
I live in a van, so I'm from everywhere. I'm doing the full Yorkshire Coast.
Oh, lovely.
It's brilliant, yeah. I'm trying to cut down on chocolate. I'm supposed to be on a diet.
What, coming up to Christmas?
Oh, well, I know it's worst time.
Bad idea, innit?
I don't know how you'll get on working here.
We get used to it, really.
Do you?
Yeah, you get a bit
I
of
was
it,
sick. I mean,
don't you?
I did put weight on, like, from working here after a while.
Yeah. It's cheese with me.
Yeah.
Cheese,
Well,
yeah.
there's both, that's my problem.
That's my other half. She loves cheese.
Yeah.
I like sweets. She's cheese. I'm enjoying myself. I don't want to go back to the van yet. I got my daughter a lolly, a chocolate lolly, and I got some Brazil nuts, chocolate Brazil nuts. They're for me, but they are healthy because they're nuts, aren't they? I'll not eat chocolate. I'll just suck that off and spit it out. Anyway, I'm going down to the pub. I've got to do it. I'm just going to soak up the atmosphere a bit, haven't I? So we're back at the Cod and Lobster, which in the summertime, absolutely heaving. Today, probably nobody in. I don't even know if it's open.
Cool. Anything else?
So this is Cameron's, trying not to talk loud, this is Cameron's, it's like a brown ale, it's really nice. And I've ordered a soup, a carrot and coriander soup as well. So that's a bit of a concoction, isn't it? I like it in here, it's lovely and warm. It's dead cosy, and it's like it's a pub, but they obviously do the cafe thing. And to say there's nobody in Staithes, it's really quite busy. I'm having a healthy soup. I repeat, a healthy soup. And a pint. But don't matter, does it? Just pretend you haven't seen that. Well, that was very nice. Bit of soup, bit of healthy soup and a pint. Healthy pint. So I'm going to head back to the van now and decide what I'm going to do next. Gosh, you can't really appreciate the steepness of this road. Whew. It's a good workout, this, isn't it? Is that why they've got the bench there?
Right, I think there's another one further up there.
Oh, good. So, there you go. A little quick mooch around Staithes. I really do like Staithes. It's lovely. I've done it quite a few times, but as I'm doing a series, I've got to have to do some places again, aren't I? But that's why it's probably quite a quick vlog. If you want to see more of it, you can see my other vlogs. And there's lots of other good vlogs on Staithes. Not so many. They all tend to do it summer, don't they? Not so many this time of year. And that's what I wanted to do, because I love the coast in the winter. So, I hope you enjoyed it. I liked that soup. I'm going to eat my Brazil nuts. A big shout out to Sally from the pub who I was chatting to. It was really nice to meet you. And I want to get you on the channel. So contact me, please. What's the next in my agenda? Right, here's the deal. I'll be honest with you. What's the next village? Is it... I think it's Runswick Bay. Is it Runswick Bay? So there's the next village, but I really need to see my daughter. So obviously my daughter lives right back. She lives in West Yorkshire. So I need to head to West Yorkshire now. And I'm going to spend a bit of time with my daughter. And then I'm coming back to continue. So there might be a few days between the videos. But you'll not know watching them because they'll be in the same order. So I didn't even need to say that, did I? Except my beard would probably be longer and you'd be like, what you been up to? I could have shaved. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. And thank you for bearing with me on this series. I hope you're enjoying it. It's just something different. All other stuff's happening. I'm going to be doing all my other videos. And I'm always looking for ideas. In fact, one of my subscribers, Peter Robinson, he's given me some good ideas. And one of them, the one that you emailed me about last, the place... What can we say about it? Because it's got to be on the lowdown. The place near Coventry. I really fancy going there and doing that video, but that's a little bit scary as well. I'd have to properly be Ross Kemp doing that. I'd have to go in disguise. But then I'm putting it on channel, so that'd be a bit pointless. I don't know. But thanks for suggestions, and I always sort of enjoy reading your suggestions. All right. See you in the next video. And... if you get a chance, get this into Yorkshire Coast. I'm telling you something, it's bloody lovely. Especially this time of year. I'm trying to convince Helen to come on New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. That'll be brilliant. New Year's Day on beach at Scarborough or something like that. Alright. I'll see you.